I feel like crap about this. I was eating lunch with a friend when I saw my neighbor kissing someone. His wife is very pregnant and brunette. The women he was all over was neither of these things. I mean, if this was an 80s movie, there would have been saxophone music playing at how hard they were making out. I know his name after I fixed their thermostat back in December. He approached me to see if I knew how to fix it. I never caught her name. I, without digging too deep, know that he is cheating. There is no open relationship and she is pregnant. I saw their wedding picture when I was in their place. I've now seen him with this other woman on 2 occasions. The second time was her dropping him off at his place. Could be a coworker. I don't feel like I know either of them well enough to say something. I cannot stand cheaters, but is it my place? I hate this guy I barely know. He freaking sucks. Update 1. I posted about my neighbor cheating on his pregnant wife a while back. I said I would wait until she gave birth in order to not add to a stressful situation if I was going to say anything at all. I saw them bringing in their twins from the hospital about 2 weeks ago. They looked very happy and I decided to say hello. I said my brother had twins with his ex-wife. I then turned to the cheating guy and said, they needed a lot of help right after they were born. Do you have someone helping you? He said, we actually moved out here for work and don't have any close family or friends nearby. Family was traveling out to help. I walked away thinking, who is the woman I've seen you making out with numerous times? Well, I found out last night it's his boss as she was dropping off a gift for the new babies while I was coming home. It was a short elevator ride that felt like an hour. I'll admit I took a little longer opening my door to go in. I was glued to the body language difference. She gave him a hug that you would give if someone you've never hugged before went for a hug, handed them the bag and never went in. So yep, he's cheating with a coworker. He is crap. The safety issue has weighed on me. If I were to leave an anonymous note, she might get hurt or worse when confronting him. I don't know them well enough to know how either would react. Hell, I don't know how some of my close friends would react to a note like that. If I were to leave a thumb drive with photos, video, the safety issue is still there. He couldn't explain it away easily, but 2 infants and a woman much smaller than him might have something bad happen to them as a result. I've thought about the boss, other woman. What if I let her know that someone knows? She seemed to care enough not to jump his bones in front of his wife. Would someone who is crappy enough to cheat with a married man back off at something like that? Would them stopping be enough, or should the wife know regardless if it is still happening? I know mind my own business. I feel we should look out for each other. I wish more people felt that way too. Update 2. I kept my anonymity, so this will be hard to go into deep detail. I found out for a fact he was cheating on his pregnant wife with a coworker. I wanted to punch him in the jaw whenever I walked past him. I'm glad I didn't. I collected pictures of him and his boss making out, both at dinner and dropping him off. Once her family was around to help with their newborn kids, I wrote out a note. The note went like this: I hope I am way off and your sister's safety is far more important than anything else. On this thumb drive, there is video and pictures of your brother-in-law cheating on your sister with his boss. I hope I am not exposing you to a lifestyle that all 3 are consenting to. I strongly think that is not the case. I would reveal my identity if I told you why. If that is the case, I'm not judging, disregard, and have a laugh at me. I noticed the affair several months ago. I wanted to wait until the twins were born and family could keep her safe. I'm so sorry that the news is coming to you this way. I wish I could do more, but I feel like doing this is stretching beyond my limits. I left it in an envelope on their rental car, which was making my stomach feel like it was in my throat while I did it. I waited, and I waited, and I waited. Then I noticed a U-Haul being loaded up with boxes. I asked if someone was moving in. The guy turned out to be the wife's brother, and they were moving her back to her parents so they could help with the twins. I knew the real reason, and I feel a weight off of my chest. Yet there is still doubt that I shouldn't have gotten involved at all. The brother told me the husband was staying because of his work, so I still have to live right by this crap. I feel overall mixed about it. I keep second-guessing myself, thinking I should have done it different sooner or at all. I truly hope that I did the right thing. So few people know that I did this. Well, except for those of you who read this and helped me realize it was I needed to do. Thank you. But my dislike for this guy has only become worse, screw him. I hope I never have to interact with him again. Update 3. There is so much information since my last post. Again, I'm sorry if my posts come off as cagey. I don't want to give away who I am if somehow one of them ever came across this. With that out of the way, the wife is never around. I still feel so bad for her. She seems like a sweet lady. She took her kids up to her parents. I can assume because of finding out about the infidelity. As for the husband, he does not wear his wedding band anymore. The boss still comes around. When the wife initially left, she came around more. One other woman has started coming over to his place, too. They are getting a divorce. I found out in a way that makes me dislike this guy even more than I did. Again, trying not to dive too much into my personal life. I've recently started dating again after staying single for a while. Someone I've been seeing off and on told me he hits on her whenever she visits me. Obviously not every time, but when she runs into him while visiting. He told her he is going through a divorce. His ex is a total witch for moving back home. I don't really socialize with him. He seems to be out chasing women as if he was always single. I haven't really worked through why I feel so conflicted about the whole thing. I know I did the right thing. We should look out for each other. I hope one day I get past my weird feelings about it. Maybe if I let someone in my life know what I did, it feels like a weird secret to be carrying with me. I wish he was as miserable as I'm sure we all wish he could be. Either he is good at hiding pain, or he feels freer to sleep around without a wife and kids to hold him down. I wish people were more empathetic of the feelings of people they claim to care about. Stay safe. There are good people out there. The bad ones are just a bit louder. I'll keep people updated if you want me to. Update 4. This will be a quick yet big update. The cheater was arrested by an undercover cop for solicitation of a sex worker. He was caught as a part of police sting. I've learned that he comes from a pretty wealthy family. They own a lot of grocery stores. So he was bailed out of jail fairly quick. All the neighbors know about it. The woman he is currently dating must too. She has been around since he was arrested, so I don't think they are breaking up over it. He's seeing a few women, but she is around the most. As for his ex, she was up here for a friend's party that I also attended. I'm not going to say how that happened. It would give away my identity. She seems better in many ways, but you can see the toll this past while has had on her. Her ex was arrested after the party. She didn't mention him, but we did see pictures of her twins. They are adorable for those wondering. She is back in school and living with family. You know when you see someone and they're sick, but they are getting better? That's the best way I can describe it. She's clearly got some psychological wounds from all of this. She seems tough, though. As for the cheater, he doesn't seem all that different from the end of his marriage. I hope going to jail teaches him some kind of lesson. I highly doubt it, though.